This is my first mural project that I've ever worked on outside of the studio on any kind of large scale. Normally my paintings range between 24 by 24 inches all the way up to 10 feet by 10 feet. So yeah, this is definitely my first venture outside of that canvas realm. I had had the idea of taking my work to the side of a building or a mural size for some time now, and I've been on the hunt for a building or a venue where I could apply my style to the outdoors and to a vertical wall or building. And when 8 West came to me with this project, it was a perfect fit, and it really got me enthused and excited about creating something for not only the 8 West building, but for the city of Atlanta. Because of the subject matter of the Phoenix Rising, I entitled this From the Ground Up. In America, everything starts from the ground up, and so I thought it was appropriate that the title should be From the Ground Up as an inspiration to young entrepreneurs that are looking to have a business, maybe start here at the 8 West building and then grow it into something bigger and better. Atlanta has been my hometown for most of my life. For me, I think it's symbolic to the people that have made Atlanta what it is. I have everyone put into this piece from an Alonzo Herndon to Tyler Perry in the details. There's so many people that are in the piece itself that has contributed to the growth of Atlanta and the strength of Atlanta, that I think it really shows that Atlanta is a city that continues to get stronger and stronger every year that goes by. When I was given this project and we started talking about this project, it was right smack dab in the middle of when we were learning about COVID-19. It put a big kind of hampering on how this was all going to happen. We went from meeting into a boardroom and discussing the project to having to meet online, which for me was a first. Normally, when I'm in my studio, I create my pieces physically, and it's through a process where I use the camera to capture individuals' motions and dynamics, and then from that I create stencils, and then from that I physically apply paint to a surface. And in that aspect, the reality is that my people are only 1 inch tall. Now, when I had the vision of seeing this on a mural, I knew that I was going to have to scale them larger and much bigger. And that being said, with this particular project, we had a very short timeline, and I knew that the difficulties of trying to do an original and then scan that and then have that be able to be printed and then put onto the building, it was going to be really, really tight. So I went straight to working this piece on the computer digitally. And this is the first time that I've done this in the sense that a lot of the detail had to be digitally painted in, but it worked out well. I think the main thing I came out with it was that we discovered something new about our process and how we can move forward and use that in the work in the future. But for this piece, I would hope that people would look up and stop and reflect on the fact that we're all bigger and part of something other than our own selves. And I've reflected that in the piece, even going from grayscale to color. It's you know, we're in this time period of the COVID, and it seems like it's put a damper on everyone's life and everyone's lifestyle. But just step back and look at the big picture and realize that there is a bigger picture here and that we all need to be part of it. And for me, especially with the 8 West image carrying over with the Phoenix, it's not necessarily how you got there and the troubles that you're currently in, but it's how you rise up from that. And for me, there's no better way than rising up together and being part of something that's bigger than yourself and more beautiful than anything you could even imagine.